Welcome everybody, we are here at Gamescom 2014. This is day 2 coming at you, 2 and 2. I always want to say that's like some Chuck Wahlberg stuff back, whatever, back in the 80s, Love Connection. I've always wanted to say that. For anybody who's watching at home right now, this is probably one of the most exciting things that's going to happen all day for me. LittleBigPlanet 3.
Yes.
3, throwing up the triple threat. I'm sitting here joined with the lovely LittleBigPlanet people. You guys are big for the LittleBigPlanet world.
That's how it works.
What's going on, guys? How has your Gamescom been?
Yeah, it's been pretty wild.
Tiring.
Tired?
Yeah. No, totally awake, totally awake.
What, was it the press conference? Was it all the energy and hype that you guys are like, yes, people like us.
Yes,
yes.
definitely.
We were so happy. We've exhausted ourselves a little bit, I think.
Yeah. Oh no. Well, we're gonna be here for a while. We have the game to talk about. There's so much stuff. This game is incredible. I mean, you can do a lot. And I've done a lot in it, but I've never made anything in it. Maybe you guys, you beautiful people.
We're going to inspire you. Now is the chance.
See, the thing is, I have a great big imagination for other people's stuff.
Yeah.
So I played a lot of other people's stuff.
I see.
Yes.
You devoured it.
I devoured it.
But didn't really give back.
No. No, I
But
just
that's
took
okay.
it in.
You can be part of that side as well.
That could be, maybe that's, I mean, I'm the content director, right? So maybe
Yeah.
that's what it is.
I mean, we do have 3
I quite like
pillars.
it.
Play, create, and share.
Yeah.
You play.
I'll play,
create.
you make it, I'll play it. I've always been a big fan of that. I've been doing it my whole life. But yeah, so I know that we have the game. There's a lot of stuff to talk about, so I guess maybe we should just jump right into it, right?
Yeah,
Boom.
sure, most definitely. We're going to show today is a lot of the create mode stuff, and obviously with LittleBigPlanet in general, creating stuff is really huge for the community. It's
Right.
what I mean.
Yeah.
We have about almost 9 million levels created in
Damn,
both LittleBigPlanet
what?
1 and
9
LittleBigPlanet
million?
2. Yeah. So.
Whoa! Whoa!
Yeah, and people are actually getting ready by making levels in LittleBigPlanet 2
kinda crazy.
to move it over to LittleBigPlanet 3. It's the whole backwards compatibility thing.
Yeah.
And that was the big reason why we wanted to do that, because people have spent, I think it was around 42 million hours altogether
Just-
making it.
Just
Yeah,
building.
Building.
yeah. So
What-
Not you, though.
No,
Other
no,
people.
no, I'm lazy.
Maybe
I'm
playing,
lazy.
playing.
That's fine. I will play what other people build. What? I don't know if there's data. Is there a way to see like who spent the most time on one level from you guys? Is there like a way to pull that up?
Probably is.
Or is there a user
We can-
out
we
there
can
that you're
see
like,
it. We
he
can
spent
see it.
180 hours building X amount of stages?
well, we give them pins saying that you've been
Right,
you know,
right.
so many times. You've spent this many hours.
There's a
in
very
create mode.
very lucrative pin out there. There's one of them that's very special, right? That's like for the one that did like the super level or something, right?
Well,
That- yeah,
we
the-
have really random ones. Like, for example, we had one where if you like met Alex Evans, one of the guys from Media Molecule, if you high-fived his hand, you get a pin for that.
There, dude.
Difficult to track,
Yeah,
but good fun
you
to
know.
do.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
So we might have some random stuff like that later. I'll tell you.
Keep it up. I mean, it's a sandbox universe. It's
Yeah,
not just a
it
world
really is.
anymore. You guys have created a
It's
great
even
big
more so
universe.
than a LittleBigPlanet, really.
Yeah,
To be
yeah.
fair.
All right, so
Yeah.
let's just jump into
Yeah,
it. What
this-
are we looking at now? What are we
Okay.
going to go into?
So right now we are just going into create mode. I'm currently in create mode right now, and obviously we have Sackboy and his 3 friends. We have Swoop on the top, which is our flying character. Toggle, he can switch from being big, burly, just knocking stuff over, and then he can switch to a smaller version, which can actually run on
Little
water.
Toggle.
Yeah, little Toggle. So you can use like really cool water gameplay and everything like that. You like sink into the water and then become really small and then bounce right back
What?
up. Yeah, it's good stuff.
All
It's
these
good
things
stuff.
you couldn't have before, though. It just didn't exist. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's great. And then we have our 4-legged character there, Oddsock, and because kind of looks like an Oddsock, to be fair. And this one can jump on walls, wall slide, run really fast. So if you ever wanted to make those kinds of levels, you can do that too.
Oh, that's dope. No,
Yeah.
I've always wanted to just do all that stuff.
Uh-huh.
But I mean, also just want to watch you play. Build
Yeah,
something.
but- well,
Just go forth, minion. Go forth and
thankfully,
make things happen.
yeah. Not to bore you guys, but I have built a lot of stuff already
No,
to
that's
show
great.
you. Yeah, which is cool. So one of the key things in LittleBigPlanet 3 that we've gone from LittleBigPlanet 2 and LittleBigPlanet 1 is that we've gone from 3 playable layers, because they could in the older games
Sure.
they could only make so much. It's kind of limited, but the community actually found ways to glitch layers and put stuff in
wow.
the background, so it looks really cool. But you really couldn't, let's say, interact with it.
Okay.
You can only have Sackboy go with those 3 layers. So we at Sumo Digital and Sony decided to say, let's go from 3 to 16 playable layers. So as you can see right there, already loads of depth. It's not the prettiest thing in the world.
Right.
But I put this together like in maybe 30 minutes.
I think it's the prettiest thing in the world. For
Thank you very
me,
much.
that's heaven.
Yep. Made a basketball game. In LittleBigPlanet 2, you really couldn't do that. You couldn't throw things into the world and it won't come back at you. But now, like, let's say if this was made in LittleBigPlanet 2, it would only go side to side. But now,
because it was an illusion.
Exactly.
Right.
So now,
that's
see,
You're bad at
amazing.
basketball.
I am. See, just like in real life. So
I think you can get those hoops.
Yeah.
I think
You got
get
it.
the
At
hoops.
least one, man.
I
Yeah.
normally made it to like make myself look good, but obviously I'm not doing
Yeah.
a very good job with that.
Yeah, you're failing as a designer right now
no.
a bit.
Oh no!
What have I done?
Can you dunk it, man? Fly from half court.
Straight over.
Whoa!
Oh!
That was it. Dunk yourself. Dunk your own body.
Boom.
That was incredible.
Job
It was
done.
a chaos dunk.
That
Pin
was
unlocked.
amazing. I asked you if you could do it. You
And I
just
did it.
you just owned it. You made it happen. Anything can happen in this game now.
Exactly. So one of the cool things that we did, because we've added so many layers, we've added these things called 3D layer tools. And one of them is the layer launcher. And it's like kind of like a circus cannon that shoots Sackboy into the world, out of the world, so on and so forth. So I'm going to try to make this shot. We'll see where it goes
Okay.
from here. Please work. Hey.
Yeah.
Oh,
see,
man.
more interactivity in the background.
Yeah, there's so much going on.
Yep.
And you just throw yourself.
Oh.
Bye.
Oh.
So yeah, that's
Hey.
really some of the cool things that you can do, and it's really easy to place into the world as well. So you just go into a tools bag, find it right here, a layer launcher, and then you can actually set in the layer launcher what layer you want to go to. So it's completely customizable. Like you can just pop it in there, and then slide into the menus like this, and then right here you can go forward, backward. So let's aim for that bit right here, the target, and see what happens. And then once you've done that, just bounce right on.
Oh, it's so
Ta-da.
awesome.
I still love that cat that's there. You know, just a cat rocketing into space
Oh,
because
that's
why
so
not?
good.
It's LittleBigPlanet.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, it makes sense there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
really,
so
really
awesome.
interesting things. Yeah, and of course, like all the new characters that you've added, or that we've added to the game, and we'll actually get to that. You can add too. Can activate, can use all these tools as well. And so the next bit is the slide. And now, if you've ever been on a slide, I hope you have.
I've done that.
Okay, so
several times. I might be sliding right now.
You do look low.
I'm low down in this chair. This chair is just a natural sliding machine.
Yeah, definitely. So the slide here, it allows Sackboy and friends to just go from the background to the foreground like that. Just kind of like a playground. So if you ever wanted to make like a playground level, something like,
Right.
kind of like an Indiana Jones type thing where you're getting chased by something and you're like, oh shoot, I gotta slide down. Yeah, stuff like that. Really good. And then, again, like I mentioned, not only can Sackboy use it, his friends can too. So here we have Sackboy pushing.
Oh, you just knocked him around.
Yeah, just knocked him around.
Well, that's what friends are for,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Oh, and then you blow them up.
Yeah.
Even better.
That's the way it works,
That is-
LittleBigPlanet.
Not that we
Awesome.
encourage as a company
Yeah.
blowing
No.
up your real friends.
No, but they're
Yes.
Let's legally
They're
disclaim
sack-
that right now.
they're sacks,
Your
man.
sack
Yeah.
friends.
They're
Yeah.
sack friends.
The sack folk.
Fair game.
They're
Sack-
built to do these kind of things. And the cool thing is you can actually edit and customize the way the slides look. So you can have something that looks solid over here, like that, or you can add a water material to
Could
it.
you make cats come out of it?
You make cats come out of everything if you want.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Basically, once the game comes out, we're going to be watching for your cat level.
Yeah.
Cat
Rocket
everything.
cats.
I love cats.
I want rocket cats.
You want rocket
I
cats?
want rocket
It'll
cats
be
to do, right now.
It'll be all cats all the time.
Yeah, so you can go down the slides relatively slow. You can customize how fast you go down them as well. So you can go from there, and then more blowing up.
Oh, that's so good.
And you can
Can
go
I-
relatively fast like that. In and out of the world.
Yeah,
really,
I've
really
seen
simple
it.
stuff right here. Yeah,
And all that stuff that wasn't there before in part 2 with the depth. Right?
Yeah, exactly. Because we've added those 16 layers, so we want to make sure that you were able to play all over the place. Yeah,
That's so cool.
It's really neat stuff. So in a way, it's kind of like adding so many 3D elements to a 2D, relatively 2D game.
Yeah. Was
And-
that difficult?
Yeah. Well,
Because you have to have it make sense, right? So people can add layers that are playable. I mean,
Yeah.
if that
no,
makes
that's
sense.
totally understandable. We just made sure that because the community, and we love the community. Actually, I'm from the community myself.
Okay.
Yeah, I was hired.
Because
Like,
you were the guy that.
I made some interesting
Yeah,
levels.
you made
to
some
say
great
least.
stuff.
Made some pretty interesting levels. But some of the things I made like a top-down fighting game.
Okay.
Just gigantic monsters and everything like that.
Naturally.
It's a lot easier to do with the 3D layers now because
it's
you're
so
not
cool.
fighting, glitches and everything like that. We said go for it. And
So you guys were, well, I mean, you're from the community, right? So, but there's other people in the community, and so how did you, hear them out? I mean, forums, emails,
Yeah,
Facebook,
we have a
Twitter.
very,
There's
very
about a
active
million ways they
community.
can reach us, to be
Right.
honest.
And they
Yeah.
do, and they do, and you know, we spent a lot of time listening to their feedback, and since a lot of us who actually work at Sumo Digital are from the community as well, who've been hired, you know, by us, it's we really take it to heart some of the things that we want to change. Like, obviously, not being a developer and seeing a game, you want things to like work out. I wish they had this. I wish they had this.
Yeah.
So we really tried, obviously as coming from the community, we're like, yeah, let's see if we can do that. And
Yeah.
that's why we went with this route as well.
That's awesome.
Uh-huh.
That's awesome.
Definitely, yeah. And so another one of the 3D layers that I want to show you, this is the bendy rail. So it's kind of like taking a wire between 2 points and just wrapping it around everything. You make loop-de-loops, the whole nine. You can be as straight or as curved as you want it to be. And the cool thing is, if you want to make a roller coaster level, this is probably the best tool to use.
Those are some of the
really
best.
simple.
Yeah, we've got a guy called Josh Hughes. Hi, Josh. You're probably watching. Who has spent about 5 years at every event. Every time I see him, he's like, all I want to do is build roller coasters. I keep trying to find ways. Pretty much this has come in because people like him are so passionate with their roller coaster love.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. So all you need to do, really, is place a bendy rail, and then you can connect this thing right here called a rail hook. It's a caster-like thing. To any object, and it will actually ride the rails. You can go back and forth, and you can also obviously edit its speed right here. Oops. There we go.
Oh, you know that people are just gonna go.
Yeah, they're like, oh, what is that?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, all these little things here.
It's just gonna be as fast as possible.
Yeah, I bet
Make it,
you, yeah.
and then they'll find a way to make it even faster.
Yeah, exactly. So not only can objects ride on it, Sackboy and friends can as well. So we have a Sackbot grabbing it here.
Bringing all the people.
Yeah, maybe.
Come on,
Onside.
come on, come on, come on.
No,
Ah!
That was adorable, but yet somewhere that was a weird,
Somewhere
adorable
heartbreaking.
violence.
It's,
Yeah.
it's the LittleBigPlanet way. And the cool thing is, you can actually make them invisibles. So, as you can see here, they're actually riding on the bendy rails, but it doesn't really look like it. And they're just riding smoothly through the deep layers.
Yeah.
In and out, in and out. And like, if I wanted to make a shoot 'em up, right? If I wanted to make like an asteroids type level, all I need to do is place the bendy rails for the enemy's pathways. So I don't no longer have to make really, really complex logical bits and whatnot. Because, to be fair, we can get really complicated.
Yeah. How complicated were some of those user-generated stages? Like how?
We had people. The calculator was still the thing that somebody built. Like
from LittleBigPlanet 1, that's before we had proper logic systems from LittleBigPlanet 2. A working calculator.
Wow.
Yeah.
A working calculator.
Yep. One of the guys that we
What?
Yeah.
it was.
That's insane. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's really wild. You can really go nuts. And like one of the guys that, of course, we hired, Steve Big Guns.
Steve Big
The guns. Oh,
Guns.
I take it he's got the guns. He's got
just
muscles.
a couple.
Steve Big Guns.
Kind of small now. But he made a first-person shooter. And again, these are things you really can't expect to make. You're like, can we do that?
Wow. Yeah.
So hopefully a lot of these tools make it easier for
It's
players
crazy.
to go
There's,
crazy, yeah.
Ilka made a 7-part sci-fi drama series in it.
Yeah.
There was like a puzzle.
wonderful.
It's astonishing. We've had wedding proposals.
Through
We've had
the game?
Yeah.
Whoa.
They're beautiful things.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot of the
Have you had any divorces via?
I hope
Well,
not.
we only
this game has 16 layers now.
16
bring it
layers
back
of wedding
together.
bliss.
That's
We like
better
to
than a
think.
burrito, right? Burritos have some layers.
A 16-layer burrito?
A 16-layer burrito.
We'll go
There's
with
a lot
that.
of sour cream in this thing.
Yeah.
There you go. So anything's possible.
Yeah, most definitely. And then I was talking about adding your own characters.
Right.
So in LittleBigPlanet 2, you were able to sort of customize a Sackbot and kind of control them and make them do what you want. But we tried to make it a lot easier in LittleBigPlanet 3. So you can do the same thing with any of the characters that are in, the new ones: Toggle, Swoop, Sackboy, and who did I forget? Oddsock. Yeah. Oh, I can actually get Oddsock.
How can you not remember their names,
Shame
man?
on me. So yeah, what I'm showing you now is character customization. And right here, I'm going to show you a little bit of the logic systems that we used. Because normally...
Yeah. Normally it wasn't like that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in LittleBigPlanet 2, we did have that. But this makes it a lot easier.
Yes, it does make it way easier.
So what we're going to do, we're going to give Toggle the ability to fly.
Oh.
Normally, he can't do that.
No.
Yeah, so with the character customization, you can give him, you can give your characters almost anything that you want using logic systems and everything. Like if you want them to throw fireballs,
Sure.
sure. If
That
you
makes
want him,
sense.
Yeah, if you want him to jump higher, if you want him to make him run really fast,
wanting to shoot cats, you can shoot
Yeah,
cats.
you can shoot cats, definitely.
That's incredible.
Yeah, rocket cats.
Rocket Cat's just like
Rocket
out of his
Cats.
eyes.
That sounds like a great pop song.
Shooting cats out. Make him as big as he
Yeah,
wants
make them
to
as big
be.
as you want. Then we can also change the head size, and then we can maybe even find an appropriate costume for our flying toggle.
We
I wanna
think
see
you
what's
should
up.
pick.
You pick.
Your choice.
Oh, the cheerleader, man.
Everyone
everyone
picks the
picks the
cheerleader.
Then I don't want to
Done.
pick the cheerleader then. Oh, that's
No,
beautiful.
look at him.
Okay, I like it.
Looking lovely.
I like the braces. That's a
Yeah.
beautiful touch.
So let's go ahead and make sure that we can actually control and set up the logic system so that they can fly. I've added an advanced mover so that they can fly relatively fast when I hold R1. And another cool thing that we added was the character animation tweaker. So what that does is I can set loads of different types of animations and set it for any type of action that I want to do. So if I wanted Toggle to like swag walk when he's flying.
Swag walk,
yeah,
fly.
because you gotta have that.
Yeah,
You
I
gotta
got
have
that swag fly.
Most definitely. So yeah, we can do that, but I'm just gonna set it to underwater walking for
Okay.
now. So whenever I press R1 and start flying, it looks very different from something else. And
Right.
You can add loads of different things like
Underwater
sponging.
walking.
Yeah.
I like that. I'm
Yeah.
still hooked on that. What does underwater walking look like?
Yeah, let's get there.
I want to see an underwater street fight.
We can
We'll get there.
Let's have that too.
Let's make it happen.
I want to see that. Okay.
So now that it looks like we've got all the bits set up, let's go ahead and go to this thing called the character change gate, which allows us to save the characters that we have just made. Boop. And there we go.
that easy. Okay.
Just like that. And then you can always go back to it because it's saved in your game. You select that, and then all we do now is just run off to the change gate, press triangle, and no longer we are Sackboy, but we are the person that we just made.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that.
this beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful
It's
cheerleader.
wonderful. Hey.
Hello, how are
Got
you
those
doing, guys?
streamers. Got those streamers on your wrist, girl.
There he
Looking
is.
good.
Yeah, looking way good. So now here
Is
we
that
go.
that
Yep.
underwater swag walk?
That is
Whoa.
an underwater swag walk right here.
What is that?
Look at that thing.
Yeah. So yeah, normally you couldn't do that.
No.
With Toggle in the story mode, but in create mode, in any of the levels that you want to make, you can go nuts. You can go nuts. Woo. So let's go ahead and go back to Sackboy.
Oh, he's back.
Yep, looking good so far. Looking good so far. So, have there any interesting questions coming along our way?
All about rocket cats, frankly.
Rocket cats.
Oh, they
All
wanna keep
people
that-
want is more rocket cats.
Listen, if there's
Oh,
other
there are
questions
rocket
out there
cats.
beyond cat, I know we could probably talk about rocket cats for a long time. Has there ever been a cat in space? I think so, right? But rocket
Yeah.
cat in space, whatever.
We'll make it happen.
Ask real questions. Come on.
So,
We got the beautiful people here to answer.
Yeah, because I think a lot of the questions we get is because this is the first time the LittleBigPlanet's on PlayStation 4. It's obviously out on PlayStation 3 as well. Is that people want to know how we're taking advantage of all the cool new features we have.
Yeah.
And the big question we get is, are we using the touchpad on the PlayStation 4?
yeah, most definitely.
So we'll run through on this.
Yep. So you can use the touchpad. You move your finger around. You can use it to navigate menus by swiping left, right, up, and down. And then you can also select objects in the world, like this. And because we came from LittleBigPlanet Vita before this, and we learned a lot using the touch functions that had, and it made it a lot more tactile for people to play who are like, especially creators who were kind of sort of I guess. Like, whoa, that might be a bit much with all the controls and whatnot. So what you can do, you can move objects like this. You can like paste things. Just use your finger to just
Right.
paint anything.
Scribble stuff on.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. I mean, it's kind of like how everybody has a touch object in their hand, like a phone, a pad,
Yeah.
tablet. So yeah, we wanted to add those functions to them. And then another cool thing that we did, we brought it to create mode as well, as obviously you're seeing here. So what I'm going to do here, our robot does not have a head, so I'm going to use touch create by swiping up, 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 and going into the goodies bag and placing
Goodies bag.
material. And the touch functions work for like, decorations, materials that you want to place in the world, objects, and you can resize them by using the multi-touch as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, resize and then like rotate.
For a lot of people, that's going to be
Yeah, it'll make it a lot easier.
a lot
for you
easier.
just to jump in.
Yeah.
Yep, and then we can go ahead and just press on the touchpad there to place it in, and now our robot has a head.
Oh, okay, I see it now.
Yeah.
There you are, Peter. There it is. What? I see it now.
But another cool thing that we can do with touch is we can actually paint and make our own stickers.
Tell me more.
Yep, let's go for it. Yeah, please. All right, so let's go ahead and make our own sticker here.
By making all this stuff so much more accessible, the amazing content creators you already had, they're gonna be able to do
Oh my
more.
goodness, yeah.
It's gonna be even easier for them. And then you have like people like me, like who were intimidated before. They're like, I'll try it.
Yep.
I'll
So-
try. My level's gonna be really bad though. You have like how many years has the franchise been around now?
Over 5 years
Over
now.
5 years. So you have people who've been doing this since day one. I could have been one of those people, but I decided
You
to
could
go
have
with
been,
Twitch.
but you went.
I decided
no.
to go with Twitch instead. That was a mistake. I could have been the greatest level designer ever for Little Big Planet.
This, we could have
close,
been doing the interview,
Yeah,
and this
we
would have
could've
been
been
you
on the
sat
other side,
here.
Yeah, exactly. They call it Johnny Longlegs. That would have been because you got Stevie Big Guns or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
So hi.
Yeah, that's one of the things you can do.
And that's his face now?
If you actually, if you take your time, 'cause
Sure.
this would have been way too long to show you guys.
Right.
But yeah, we did this earlier, and of course you can use the touchpad. You can get really, really complex because
Oh, I certainly.
There was also a feature in Little Big Planet 2 with the Move where you could also paint your own stickers, and people made some really amazing artworks.
That's incredible.
So yeah, just imagine what you could do now with the the
Yeah,
touchpad
with
PlayStation 4.
the precision of you wanting to get that
Most
angle
definitely.
just right.
Exactly. And so the next bit I want to show you here, this is probably my favorite edition of the game. This is the power-up creator.
Okay.
Yeah, so in the earlier games, people would try to make really cool things for Sackboy to hold or whatnot, but it never felt as good as some of we had a grapple hook and it was always on his hand. We had the grabinators.
Yeah, I remember all that
grab
stuff. Yeah.
all that. Now you can actually make your own power-ups, and they will be in your hand and they'll be function just like the way our other power-ups do in the game. For example, in the story mode, we have this power-up called the Pumpinator. And it blows things out of the way. It takes things into you, so on and so forth, by just pressing L1 and R1. But we used the power-up creator to make that. See, that's the thing about Little Big Planet. All the tools that we use to make the game, all the story mode stuff, it's
In the game.
Yeah,
Right.
we give that to the community. So if they really wanted to, they can remake the story levels.
Wow.
Yeah,
and
it's
their
pretty
own
awesome.
vision and their
Yeah,
own way.
exactly.
Their own,
exactly.
the beautiful
Their own
thing.
take on it. Right. That's pretty rad. Watch out.
Yeah, crazy
Watch
stuff.
out. I almost got you.
So I'm going to provide you an example of what
Show
things
me.
that we can do. So with the power-up creator, you can take any object that you have collected in the game and make it into a power-up. So for example, and you add logic, you can make it as simple or as complex as you want it to. So if you wanted to make banana nunchucks, you could totally do that.
Banana nunchucks.
Banana nunchucks.
Oh, please, someone make banana nunchucks.
What we're
We
gonna
challenge
get
you,
into.
community,
Yeah.
day one. We will give you a pin for banana nunchucks.
Yep. So the way you do it is that you add this little logic bit called the blaster handle. You can place it on anything. You can place it on this, that, whatever, and that essentially, says this is going to be a power-up that I can put in Sackboy's hand. And then, obviously, I added loads of logic here. Well, to be fair, this really only took me maybe 30 minutes to build.
Yeah.
It looks pretty. Yeah, there's lots of random things going on.
Yeah.
Logic there, logic there, logic
That's so
there.
cool,
Yeah,
man.
Definitely. So once we do that, oh no.
Oh yeah.
Just like that.
Just like that, it broke.
Just like that.
Just like that. Everything can happen. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these together.
It's really an advanced piece of technology. It has to take its time,
Yeah,
put
yeah.
it together,
As you can
right?
see-
Don't rush it.
No. The best work is when you take your time.
Exactly.
We can go ahead and save it. Again, kind of like how we did the character
Right.
change gate into this power pedestal. And then capture it like so. And then we can go ahead and select it again because it's saved. All I need to do is run over the pedestal. And now I have a drillinator. We like to put
Drilling it. Look at,
nader
those,
to
look
the
at
end,
that.
yeah.
That looks incredible, though.
Yeah.
Now, when you're spinning it, that looks so good.
Yep. And all I'm doing is pressing
Yeah.
R1.
Whoa.
Yep. And some of the things that the drillinator can do is obviously
Oh, no.
drill through rocks.
Drill
Yeah.
through hot rocks.
Yep. And to be fair, this is actually one of the simpler power-ups that.
Easy now.
Whoa.
Oh.
Yep. We got a avalanche or like a good old toggle over there trying to
Yeah.
throw rocks at us. Being a jerk. But that's what you do.
They
in
just
Little
want
Big
to
Planet.
ruin your day.
Yep.
And it makes everybody so happy.
Yep.
Oh, free your friend.
For your friends.
Look how scared he was. Look at him.
Now
That
you
is
get
a
all this
scared
fresh
tiger.
air.
guy.
Fresh
Poor
air
guy.
now. That's all you needed.
Yeah, so the next power-up that I'm going to show you, I call this the Ballooninator.
Anything can be an
Pump it
inator.
up.
We like
Pump
to,
it up,
yeah,
inator.
The
That's how we do it.
Twitchinator.
Yeah.
Twitchinator.
the
Yeah. Streams.
Streaminator.
Streaminator. All streams all
So,
the
yeah,
time.
I made this, again, using a blaster handle. one of those handle objects there. It
Okay.
doesn't have to be a handle object. I could put, again, a banana
Oh,
and everything like that. And I
That's
also added this new feature called the decoration mount, which
Okay.
allows us to, like, resize the way stickers are, so it can go really big, really small, so on and so
Oh.
forth. And of course, with a little bit of logic as well, this one allows Sackboy to fly
Yeah.
long distances.
do it.
And see, Swoop
Round
is
of
very
applause for
impressed.
Swoop.
And the birds just are so happy that he was able to make that jump.
You did it. And another cool
He did
thing-
it without
Yeah.
wings. He did it on his own
Uh-huh.
way.
He's basically evolution right now.
Yep.
Right.
It's happening. It's happening. So another cool thing that I can do, if I have some objects that are a little too heavy for me to push around, just pop them out
Yeah, I
of
was
the way.
gonna say, it's like an airbag.
Yeah, exactly. Good old punching bag. And
Easy.
of course, yep. Glide slowly down here. Excellent stuff. Whoa, whoa.
Oh, that was
So close.
precarious.
Yep, very close. And not only that, not only objects I can push, get
Oh.
these little bad guys out of the way.
Get him out of there.
Get away. Go away. We don't need you. Don't ruin the stream.
Those are stream
Ooh,
monsters.
Yeah, stream.
Get them stream monsters away.
Yeah, stream monsters, done. So, another cool thing, like I said, you can make anything into a power-up. We have a fork.
Yeah.
But what does the fork do?
You tell me, man.
Right.
This is an open world of magic.
We have some puzzles here, a little puzzle here. It looks like I can't get past it, so I need that alligator Oddsock that's sleeping to move over.
move the
yeah,
crank.
yeah,
Yep.
exactly. So how do I get his attention, though?
How do you lure an Oddsock? That's the
Yep.
question of the day.
We use chicken.
Of course, it made so much sense. Where'd that chicken come from?
Yep, so this is the chicken and forkinator.
Patent pending.
Yep. Yep. So that
Whoa.
our alligator Oddsock can go back to sleep.
Okay.
Yep. And then,
You didn't get no chicken, though.
yep, no
Ah.
No. Oh, the chicken just dissolves, man. It's like the symbiote suit from
Yeah,
Spider-Man.
definitely.
Chicken in the fork, like one.
chicken. Yeah. So yeah, those are some of the really cool things that you can do with Little Big Planet.
That's rad.
Yeah, because we've added so many new features. I think we've added 70 tools, 70 new tools.
You should know. You added them.
Yeah.
We've enhanced a load of the ones
Yeah.
from Little Big Planet 2. And also, we've added some from Little Big Planet Vita as well. This is the most comprehensive Little Big Planet ever.
Right.
And to be fair, what we're showing here, it's a like, really big deep dive into like the create mode. I mean, on the spectrum of things, it would be more on the hardcore than the casual.
Right.
Yeah.
But we've also added a lot more things that we're going to show later that make it a lot
Oh, yeah.
more accessible. You know, you can actually, we introduce a lot of create features during the story mode, so you give a little teaser, like, oh,
That's
that
so
was, that
cool.
was a lot easier than I thought it
Yeah,
was.
that's cool.
Yeah, what we'll do is we'll do some kind of awesome dance, and we'll show you guys one of the actual like single player levels we have.
Okay. So
Kind of like a here's one we made earlier.
Yeah. So you're just gonna dance. We're gonna hang out while we figure all this out.
Yeah, definitely.
Do some kind of ninja wizardry. So what we've got is we're on the show floor as well. We're around somewhere. We exist here metaphysically.
I've never been here before, and there's literally layers of halls on top of halls. It's like this convention center is a Little Big Planet of convention centers.
Ooh, I like that.
I guess, if it makes sense. It's very meta. Sometimes we get really meta
I
with
quite
this.
like that. So we've got three different game codes playable here. We've got the one you may have seen us do on stage at E3, which is a
Sure.
4-player demo. We have a single-player, 2-player demo, which shows you the lovely toggle, being both big and small. And then we've got an Oddsock demo, which we'll run through here, which no one's seen before Gamescom,
Yep.
which is quite cool.
Exclusive.
Exclusive,
Good. You
yo.
have to be here to see it. You have to be here live. Although you're watching live, you
Kind
have
of
to
somewhat-
double live. It's a double
Yeah.
live. But that's
Exception.
cool. That's cool. So, yeah, I always get really excited whenever a Little Big Planet comes out because not just the robust system itself, the game, right? The gameplay mechanics and the building mechanics and all that stuff. You guys have always had a really good ear for music. Passion Pit came out of the first one.
Yeah.
That was like their first thing, right? And then now they're a big band. There was another group that was in there. Some really cool indie stuff. Is the music also going to have, and Little Big Planet 3, some really good indie jams?
Oh, it's some great tracks
I think
in
that's
there,
just
yeah.
to be expected.
Okay,
really, yeah.
good.
I think that's like pretty much like a franchise.
You guys
concept right
always
there.
find like this one indie band that kind of gets really big exposure from it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, does that still make them indie cool? I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know. Passion Pit, that dude, I can't. When I was a big fan of Passion Pit, and then all of a sudden I heard it in the game, and I was like, what? What?
Yeah,
That came
some
out of
random
nowhere.
stuff,
And now he's just like a big deal. It's cool. Are we?
Almost
It's okay.
there.
We're still figuring out.
Just checking out some of the questions that we've had online,
What's up?
which is a lot. So we had a lot of questions about backwards compatibility. So like we
Okay.
said, all the almost 9 million levels will obviously work on your PlayStation 4, and they'll look glorious, better than they ever done before. In terms of your profile, which a lot of our community ask about, we're on it, essentially. We've had a lot of people. It's important to us that people who've played the franchise and been with us, like you say, for almost 5 years, are still supporting and still able to bring as much as they can to LittleBigPlanet 3. So we have a lot to tell people. So we're kind of slowly getting all the information out there. So
but don't worry, we got it.
Yeah, we got
They
this,
got
guys.
it.
We
You
got
heard
this.
it. They got it. They're on it. They're
And
gonna
then I
fix
guess
it.
another question people have been asking about is whether or not, because, it is on the PlayStation 3 and the PlayStation 4, as to whether or not their levels are kind of like being held back. Why are we not using the PlayStation 4's power? To be fair, on both the PlayStation 3 and the PlayStation 4, we have this thing called a dynamic thermometer.
Yes, that feels like the right term.
Yeah, it's definitely
Sounds
the
very
way of putting it.
science.
So in a way, you can make really, really huge levels. We're essentially just letting go of the borders. So you can go, you can make like an endless runner.
You can make an endless roller coaster.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my
there
goodness,
it
that
is.
would be glorious.
There it
Done.
is. Yeah.
Job
I
done.
wanted to see it looping around. I want to see somebody make that.
Yeah.
Wow.
It'll get there. It'll
Okay,
get there. And I'm
okay,
sure it's
I
going to
know
show up
how.
on YouTube and everything like that. And then speaking of, trailers and stuff, and one of the cool things about the PlayStation 4 version of LittleBigPlanet is that you can make your own trailers and attach it to the levels that you make. So it's almost kind of like a Netflix type viewing experience when you're going through levels. Like we use the share factory function of the PlayStation 4. So what you do, you make your level, play through a level, start recording, and then you go to add a trailer section. And then next thing you know, you're editing in the trailer. You want it to show all the
Little
good
movie
bits of your
maker.
level.
Awesome.
Yep. And then you just pop it on.
Yeah,
It's like that.
There's so much there.
Too much, man. There's
no,
too
but
much.
how do you share that? Is there like a robust tutorial that's going to say, yo, John, I know, okay, this is what you can do?
Just for you. Just a
just for
dedicated
me.
one for you.
For noobs, man. Like,
No, it'll show you how to
Well,
do
we
it.
have tutorials for everything, and what we have is we have a community site called LBP.me, and we've had that for years. It's an amazing site where you can like queue up levels, direct your console, but we're rebooting it all to support the trailers, tutorials, and make everyone have a little big social network, we call it.
That's awesome. That's cool. Yeah, there's just a lot. And then there's still more to show, right?
I know, right? We're not even done.
Yep. So
Got a dance on.
Yeah, get the dance. She's
Dance,
dancing.
come
She's
on,
dancing. That means you
guys,
can show
we're
it.
ready.
So yeah, I think we can.
We're keeping the tension
We
going.
can go ahead and show
There we go.
on socks action. Have Sarah redeem herself.
Okay, yeah. So the story goes, we did a stage demo at E3. It was terrifying. We went on stage to show and announce the game. I'm ready. I've rehearsed for about
hours
months
and months.
and months.
Yeah, you've had
I've got it
mentally.
down.
Yeah.
I get there. I've got to do a wall jump. Can't do it. 3 times. We had like a small input lag problem.
Okay.
So all I saw on the internet is a girl who couldn't wall jump.
Oh.
So now I'm going to wall jump for about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Forever. Never an endless wall jumper.
She's got this down. I've seen her do
Oh
it.
man, I got this.
Robo-dog.
We're going to change ourselves into Robo Dog because it's adorable.
That's amazing. Robo dogs, robo cats,
Robo everything.
voodoo cats,
Yeah.
voodoo dogs.
Why not, right?
Zombie dogs.
See, look at that. I can jump. Look at that.
Yeah, so this is Odd Socks level here with an introduction. So we're gonna show how fast you can run with Odd Sock. You can jump off walls.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
And
One,
again,
2. Oh, look at that.
Easy.
You did it.
Easy.
Did everyone see that online?
and it's live.
Yep.
People saw it. There's a couple thousand people that saw it. You did it. You
Yep.
redeemed yourself.
My life can begin again.
Were you getting harassed? You can't jump off a wall.
Honestly, every interview I did, they were like, hey, do you want to show us?
Just
Hey,
laugh.
guys, you're just being
But
mean.
look at her now.
Look at this.
She's bouncing
Natural
all over the
breathing.
place.
What about in real life, though? Can you wall jump in real life? Isn't that called Marklaw or Parklaw?
Parkour?
There you go. You should
Parkour.
practice doing that. You guys should make a video. Say, look, I'm sorry. Now I know how to run alpha walls and do flips.
Just
You
like
guys
that.
upset me so much, I taught myself parkour.
Yeah.
So I can wall jump at every wake of
Everything
life.
in real life. All
got flips,
little walls, big walls,
twists,
Every wall.
little wall planet.
Yeah, little
That's
wall.
what we're gonna
little
do.
big wall planet.
Little big wall.
Little big wall.
Play that.
Outstanding.
That was awesome.
Yeah, we got
Endless
this.
wall jumper. Here
got
we
this.
go.
So yeah, a lot of the levels that we make and the story mode, you can almost say they're kind of like teasers as to what the community can make. Because
yeah, that's what they've essentially been for, right?
Yeah,
Just to show off
pretty
exactly
much,
everything you can do.
It's like, we'll show a little bit of this, but as you know, as you've seen from like all the different levels that people have made, they go above and beyond our expectations. Making fighting games.
Oh, yeah,
oh
absolutely.
no,
Ridiculous.
I didn't know that the calculator won.
Yeah.
That's absolutely.
I'm not gonna get killed by it.
That is incredible. Yeah. Whenever it first came out, and I went into the you know, the level
so
downloader. Watch out! Watch out! We don't need any more things that you're known for.
I can't shame myself
You can only be known for one thing. That
failing at the game I work on.
Stop it. But yeah, I was blown away. I was like seeing all of those new game types, like fighting games, and like I saw some of the, like the story ones where you're watching like they're talking to each other and they have like text at the bottom, like what is going on? But I didn't know you could do all that, right? Because I have no imagination.
Yeah.
That's not
really
true.
It's not true. I have a great imagination.
LittleBigPlanet
to make
3
it for
will
me.
make your imagination go wild.
Oh man, too much freedom. I want a Zen Buddhist stage where all you do is meditate.
Go
Wow,
for
that's
it.
zen.
Yeah, definitely.
And you see auras and stuff. That's the thing.
It can be done.
What?
It can be done.
Oh,
Why not?
man.
I mean, I made a chicken on a fork.
The chicken forkinator
Yeah,
lives.
that was
chicken
amazing.
forkinator is, you know.
That was incredible. So you're just like beasting through this.
You know,
it's like you've done
she's
it
handling
before.
business. This is
It's almost
not,
like
she's doing it in her
wall
sleep right
jump.
now.
All
She's
I
not
can
really
do is
awake.
wall jump.
Oh, the whole thing
Bam,
is
bam,
shaking
bam.
and rolling.
At serious times. Oh, every time this gets me.
Oh,
Hey!
yeah, easy there now.
I've gone too soon. I've gone too soon.
Oh,
Oh.
so close. No, you're good. You're good.
Oh,
No, go back,
no.
back.
I'm going to do a run up this time. There we go.
You had to get a little bit of steam there.
To show you off the depth. Oh, there's layers. Look at those
Yep.
sexy layers.
Oh.
Again, jumping in and
My
out using
brain
the
is
layer
not ready
launchers.
for the
Oh my
layers.
god.
It was like when I
So
saw
smoothly.
Guardian Heroes for the first time with all them layers, man. It blew my mind back in the day.
Just jumping back and forth. Like, I didn't know I could go there.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the same thing here.
Yeah.
And again, we tried to make it a lot easier too. We've also improved the controls of Sackboy, and you know they move along with the new characters as well. So everything feels more direct. You can like
I like
there's,
that.
There's improved air steering.
I like that.
When you land, you just like
Yeah.
when momentum halting. It's really good.
Can you still wave and whatnot?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
you can do
Okay.
everything. You can still slap.
You can still slap
Yep.
people around. You can still
Yep.
wave at
You
people.
can make a slapinator.
Slapinator.
And make it
Oh.
You can do so many Nader things.
Yep.
everything
If
in
you can
Nader
make it,
for
you
life.
can do it.
Oh,
Look at
pinball.
so much wall jumping.
Yeah.
You did
Done.
it.
Let me just point this out.
Well, thank
Bam.
you guys so much for coming out here and sharing. There's just so much to share. That's
you.
why there's
Yeah.
a share button on
Yeah.
it. Share
There's too
today.
much playing, too
Play.
much creating, and too much to share.
Yeah.
Oh my
Play,
gosh.
Too much for us.
share.
Is there anything else you'd like to share with us before we just say goodbye?
I think just the game is out November 18th. We're PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4. You can pre-order it pretty much everywhere, and you get some nifty little Dragon Age costumes, some Dragon Age Inquisition,
Sure.
which are pretty cool.
Yep, they look
That's
awesome
rad.
for all
That's
the
rad.
characters. Yeah.
Cool. Well,
Little
thank you
Varric.
guys.
Yep.
I'm
Dragon
blown away.
costume.
Like I want to watch other people build stuff, but I'm gonna try.
Do it.
I'm just dumb.
We'll come
That's
back
really
to
You
what
you.
got this. You got this.
Yeah,
Okay.
come on.
Yeah.
I got a great support team. I think it's
Yeah.
finally
Stand
time to
behind,
make
massage
something.
your shoulders.
And then you'll be able to like start making levels with the smooth voice of Stephen Fry and everything like that.
Oh,
Like,
man.
yeah.
Hey guys, is that
That's
smooth enough?
exactly what Stephen
Yep.
Fry sounds
Yeah,
like.
they
We
sound
know
like
that from
Frylock.
experience.
Sounds like Frylock. Well, thank you guys so much for coming
Thank
out
you for
here and
having
sharing
us.
No
this with
worries,
me.
thank you.
Little Big Planet 3. I'm looking forward to it, and we'll be back here with more coverage at Gamescom 2014.